The Siege of Tsingtao, which took place between 31 October and 7 November 1914, was one of the earliest major military operations of the First World War outside Europe and represented a decisive clash of imperial ambitions in East Asia. Tsingtao, modern Qingdao, situated on the strategically important Shandong Peninsula along the Chinese coast, had been leased to Germany in 1898 and developed into a model colonial port, complete with modern infrastructure, shipyards, and a heavily fortified naval base that served as the home of the German East Asia Squadron. When World War I broke out in August 1914, Germany's position in the Pacific and China became extremely vulnerable due to its isolation from the European mainland. Japan, bound to Britain by the Anglo-Japanese alliance and eager to expand its own influence in Asia, issued an ultimatum demanding that Germany evacuate Tsingtao and withdraw its naval forces from the region. Germany rejected these demands, leading Japan to declare war on 23 August 1914, followed shortly by the landing of Japanese forces on Chinese territory near the German enclave. The Japanese army, eventually numbering over 50,000 troops, was supported by a British expeditionary force of around 1,500 men, mainly from colonial units, highlighting the multinational character of the Allied effort. In contrast, the German defenders were vastly outnumbered, consisting of approximately 4,000 personnel made up of naval infantry, reservists, colonial troops, and sailors whose ships had been damaged or trapped in port, all under the command of Governor and military commander Alfred Meyer-Waldeck. Despite the disparity in numbers, the German garrison had prepared extensively for a siege, constructing a layered defensive system with trenches, barbed wire, concrete fortifications, and artillery positioned on the surrounding hills to dominate approaches to the city. Rather than launching an immediate assault, the Japanese command adopted a cautious and systematic strategy, gradually encircling the fortress, cutting off supply routes, and bringing up heavy artillery, including large-caliber siege guns capable of reducing fortified positions. Throughout October, Japanese forces advanced methodically, digging trenches and engaging in artillery duels with the German batteries, while naval units blockaded the harbor to prevent any escape or resupply by sea. The siege also marked several technological firsts, most notably the use of aircraft launched from the seaplane carrier Wakayama, which conducted reconnaissance flights and dropped small bombs on German positions, representing one of the earliest examples of naval aviation used in combat. Inside Tsingtao, conditions steadily worsened for the defenders as food, ammunition, and medical supplies became increasingly scarce, yet morale remained relatively high due to disciplined leadership and the symbolic importance of holding Germany's last overseas stronghold in the region. The Germans attempted limited counterattacks and maintained resistance through constant repair of damaged defenses, while also deliberately destroying port facilities, communication systems, and military equipment to deny their use to the enemy. By early November, however, the relentless Japanese bombardment, combined with the exhaustion of the defenders and the breaching of key fortifications, made further resistance militarily futile. Recognizing the inevitability of defeat and seeking to avoid unnecessary loss of life, Meyer-Waldeck agreed to surrender on 7 November 1914. The fall of Tsingtao effectively ended German colonial ambitions in East Asia, removed a potential threat to Allied shipping in the Pacific, and significantly enhanced Japan's international standing by demonstrating its ability to conduct complex modern military operations alongside Western powers. More broadly, the siege illustrated the truly global nature of the First World War, showing how a conflict originating in Europe rapidly extended to distant regions and reshaped the balance of power in Asia, with long-term consequences for Chinese sovereignty, Japanese expansionism, and the post-war imperial order.